So ladies, let's come back home, and see what the local steps that we have taken since the story of the abductions, the recent shooting and attack in Kwara State, the death and the killing of the Major General and the soldiers in Borno State. What are the steps that have been taken so far? So we have heard the marching orders that have been given to the military. And since then, our Vice President has gone to Kebbi to commiserate with the government and families of those who have, of the abductees. Mm-hmm. The girls have been named, the president himself has cancelled major trips, the one for the G20 meeting and the AU-EU summit. And, we also know that a manhunt is underway. Now, when you look at this, what does this tell you? Does this give us any form of confidence that our government, is finally getting it right? Are they taking the right steps now? Forget what they should have done, because that's not where we are right now. We are at what has happened and what they are doing right now. Does it give us any form of confidence? Or do we believe that this is just them, playing to the gallery to sort of appease us until the next thing happens?
For me, when you are an individual and you are on the path to success, every process is important. They will tell you to celebrate your process. But when it comes to this sort of issues where it's a matter of life and death, we are not meant to celebrate the process.
Sorry, BeeCee, name is Hassan from Lekki, so that when you speak, you give me your full thoughts. Hassan, good morning, Hassan.
Everybody.
Hassan.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Hassan.
Please, it is high time we focus on the problem before us. This is no time for inciting people against one another. This is the time for us to face our common enemy, which is insecurity.
Thank you.
It has no color, it has no religion, it has no tribe. You see, me, as far as I'm concerned, this is my opinion. I welcome what Trump of America said about Nigeria. I welcome it. Because what he said spurs our leadership to action. We have been paying lip service to fight against insecurity in Nigeria. The security fighting has turned to a business venture. People are making money from it, and government are expending so much while getting little from fight against insecurity. We started with Boko Haram. We are seeing banditry in Northwest.
Yeah.
We are seeing the IPOC in the Southeast. Very soon, the parties will take charge in the Southwest. You see, the issue is this. Even the justice, we get justice abroad in Nigeria. We don't get it here. Our leaders, after looting our country, they get prosecuted outside, while giving them, patting them on the back here in Nigeria by the judiciary. So for Trump to say that he is sending troops to Nigeria, please, let it serve as a welcome development, you understand, for them to do their job, to be sincere in fighting insecurity. We cannot be leading the pocket of some idiots in the name of fighting insecurity. And we cannot be fighting each other in the name of fighting insecurity. We cannot be sitting down here while some people are making millions from insecurity, and some people are coming outside to talk big chested against it. It's all right. It's all good. Let us call a spade a spade. It is right time now. The government should sit up, fight the insecurity. Don't mind whose ox is God. Fight anybody. Anybody that stood on the way of peace, let them fight him. He is our enemy. Let us fight insecurity. Look, I was born in a society where agri is our mainstay.
Yes.
I was sponsored with that money, but now people could not go to farm, go to Funtua. People could not go to farm, and we are very proud people. You understand? And people could not go to farm, and the economy is in shambles. That was the economic state of that particular area in Katsina State. People could not go to farm, and somebody is giving coloration to it. Look, Dima, let me correct you on one thing you said about Sudan. Sudan is the creation of al-Bashir. Al-Bashir created that problem in Sudan by creating another force against the national force for him to be in power. The same thing wanted to happen in Nigeria. It was averted. We knew they wanted to create another force against Nigeria and forces in Nigeria. It was averted. We knew. It's an interest of people that is playing out. We should first of all blame ourselves before we blame the outsiders. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Hassan.
So I was saying that, when it comes to an individual person who is maybe aspiring to become something, they will say, don't be too hard on yourself. Watch your progress, every step that you take counts, celebrate yourself along the way. The journey is the most important. But when it comes to a situation where lives are involved, for a state, a country like this, we are not looking at the process. The process is not as important as the result we want to see. So even though the government may be taking the right, steps, they've gone to visit the people that are bereaved and have lost their children to kidnappers. They have gone to commiserate with the Major General who lost his life. They've put steps together. They are asking the villagers, you must come with intelligence. The Nigerian police and the Nigerian army cannot do this by themselves. They need to work in collaboration with you, the local chiefs, and they are doing what is expected of them to do. The results would be the only thing that would give Nigerians hope. The result being that these kidnapped students are recovered in good health and as fast as possible, as soon as possible. The result being that the perpetrators are caught and are, I don't believe in jailing. I've said it before, but we are not ready to have that conversation. Yes.
Executed.
Yes, executed to serve as deterrents for other people who are planning it. The result is that those ones that come back after a few years to come and surrender and say, we want to give us amnesty, we're no longer doing this again, are punished severely, taken out. Zero tolerance to insecurity in the country. That is what will give Nigerians hope, not just the process and the right steps.
Thank you, BeeCee. We have Tony from Abuja. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody?
Well, thank you.
So I have a few things I want to get off my chest.
Okay.
The longest span in Nigeria, right, geographically, I believe it's from Taraba to Kwara. That's from the east to the west. Taraba on the extreme east, Kwara on the extreme west. Now, if you look at all the states in between these points, there is Benue, there's Plateau, there's Nasarawa, there's FCT, there's Niger.
Yeah.
Each and every one of these states have experienced this insecurity. So I want to also bring us back to what somebody said in 2020, Obadiah Melafia, on a radio program. He said something that was controversial at the time. But the truth of the matter is that everything he said is happening right now. Everything he said is happening right now. And at the time when he said it, he said that this is phase one of everything that he was talking about. So everything he said is happening right now. Now, another thing to look at is that why can't we catch these people? They are so bold that they even make videos on TikTok with their faces displaying cash.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the kind of money that they make, especially from ransom and kidnapping and all those things, that money is too much for them to do something else. Because there's nothing else they will do in their lives that will earn them the type of money that they make from this kidnapping. So already they are lost causes. They cannot be reformed. The question is why, for the fact that they can even post TikTok videos showing their own faces, it means that they have no fear of being caught.
Boldness.
So why is it that we cannot do something about them? Then if you also look at our military right now, the Brigadier General was killed. First of all, he was ambushed. He survived the ambush.
Yeah.
And one way or the other, the terrorists knew that he survived the ambush and intensified search to find him and killed him.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? Sabotage. Now, the question I also have, another question I have is, can our military contain this? Because if you look at, like I said, between Taraba and Kwara, see how far that distance is. Can our military really, really contain this? And again, look at the Kebbi schoolgirls. One family will be devastated, 3 or 4 of their children gone. How are they? Another question I have is that, are we all sitting ducks? Because it's like almost every Nigerian has one experience with kidnapping or the other.
Yeah.
So almost every Nigerian has somebody who knows somebody that's been kidnapped. So that means almost every Nigerian is one kidnap away from either dying or having a traumatic experience. So the question is, where is next? Are we all sitting ducks? These are the issues. And my point is, somebody made this point in 2020. I remember at that time, NBC even banned the radio station for him making and inciting claims and blah, blah, blah. Inciting claims and unverifiable information. Now, all that information 5 years later is now true. It means that nobody even took the time to investigate, to ask questions. And here we are now. And it's just devastating.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony, for for that. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. I think our last caller, Tony, has asked some serious questions, and I think he was speaking for many Nigerians. Those questions, are we just sitting ducks waiting for when it happens to you next? Because some of the questions just seem unanswered. We'll talk about, what would you say would give you some form of reassurance going forward from today? What would you like to see or hear that will give you some reassurance that we've got this and we are doing the right thing? As an administration, as the military.
Yeah. When we started this conversation, I mentioned that we shouldn't allow ourselves to be divided by the narratives, and I'm going to start by saying that we mustn't, from the government's perspective, we shouldn't allow this to be we shouldn't fight ourselves as per those of us that we are. Okay, you have a call.
Let me take Olayinka, because I would like you to just give us your full thoughts in one piece. Olayinka, good morning.
Good morning. First time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Okay, so this matter is very, this insecurity matter. For years, so I grew up in the north, and I'm very familiar with the terrain. A Yoruba boy who was born and brought up in the north, in one of the villages in Plateau State, so to speak. So I'm very familiar with what has happened, how things got to where it is. Back in the days, we used to call them itasini, kidnapping young children and all that. But let's come to what's happening today. Trump making his announcements, and the uproar and everybody coming up with their ideas and all that. Let me try and just come to what my own thinking about this situation. Trump, it's good that he called it out, but his approach is totally wrong, as far as I'm concerned. If he wants to help, he should give us the technology. That is my opinion. He has no business making statements like this, his army or whatever is going to come in guns blazing.
Yes.
That is totally wrong. Absolutely wrong. He has no business. He should settle his own issues in his country first before he comes and starts talking about Nigeria. That's one. Two, I want to give an example, or two examples. Somalia, where an American lady who I think was a missionary, whatever, was working and doing, philanthropic stuff in Somalia, and was kidnapped. It took the U.S. about, I think if I recall, about a month planning, and they were able to locate her and rescue her. Something similar like that happened in Nigeria, where they came into Nigeria, nobody knew, in the dead of the night, and they saved that American citizen. My point is, they have the technology, they have the intelligence. If they have the technology and the intelligence, give it to us if they truly want to help. The statements they are making, Nigeria, disgrace country, blah, 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 but whatever, that is as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, this is TV. I don't want to make noise, too much noise. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, excuse my French. They have the technology to help us. Give us the technology. What do you call it? Infrared, whatever. I don't know. Drones, whatever. But making those statements about you want to come in guns blazing, who the hell is he?
Yeah.
TV.
All right. Thank you.
So, the first question you asked, BeeCee, I don't think that the government has done anything different from what we've heard before. So, I'm a bit, I don't not wanting to sound negative. I'm not expecting any drastic different result based on the fact that since the attacks back to back from the army official to the kidnapping of students to the Kwara Eruku situation, the government's response has not deviated from what we've been doing right from time. And we cannot do the same thing and expect a different result. It will make me silly. So expecting that they've done something, well, is there going to be any difference? Honestly,
based on what
I've seen, there is nothing. What would I like them to do? There is the handwriting on the wall indicates compromise within the military, especially with the killing of the general. So I feel that until we're able to, our military has capacity. Yesterday, people were saying, it's not true, it's not true. I believe the military has capacity. If the military has no compromise, if there's nobody inside giving information, if there's no sabotage in the military, so for me, what I want the government to do is to clean up our security apparatus. The military clean will fight this thing without American help. The military clean, because at the end of the day, we have lost too many soldiers in this battle. Too many. And we have lost too many citizens in this battle. We cannot fight it with the same strategy we've been using over the years. Something different needs to happen. And it will start from who are our fighters. I cannot, as much as I feel like I'm a very courageous, brave person, I cannot do 10% of what the average soldier can do. That's not my strength.
Yeah.
So my own is to say,
training.
or my training. But I know that these people have been trained and they have capacity. If everybody there has one united goal, we will flush out the challenges we are facing. So if the president has his good intention, VP has good intention, but you now have like one or two people that are taking in a different direction, you won't end up in the right place. Just they say taking 0.1 degree off your course will land you in a different destination. From what we are seeing so far, I don't think that we have taken 0.1% off the course. We are doing the same thing we usually do, commiserate with them, chastise military to do what they need to do, then we wait. After a few months, they'll be like, heads should roll. People should be fired. There's still, as like, consequences for me. Like from yesterday like this, I should hear they fired like 5-6 people and that they've suspended like 6-7 people. That is different. So when you do something different, I'll be waiting to see the different result. But what they've done so far, there's no excitement for my heart. Na prayer level we did.
Can I plead with Nigerians? Because, when we were on the break, we were talking about, saying this same thing just the way I'm covered is why it's not sitting. Can we stop playing tribalism and religion with this insecurity? Can we be united? Because we are under attack. Our kids, our family members are being kidnapped, killed to push out a narrative. Whether the bandit terrorist is of Muslim bias or Christian bias or traditional bias, they are fighting against us as a united front.
True.
As a nation. Can we have a clear front? And just as Tokwe and BeeCee had alluded, we need to stop doing things the way we've done it before. Yeah. Negotiate with bandits, call out terrorists, settle some bandits, celebrate kidnappers. Can we start carrying a full offensive against the people that are against us as a nation? Can we arrest them where we arrest them, try them, and the consequence will be that they are publicly murdered or executed to deter? Can we start doing things as a nation? Before the intelligence from America will come, just as one of the callers said, and America can go and rescue an American on our soil, can we do the same and rescue a Nigerian? These 25 girls should have been rescued within the hour or the 24 days that they were picked up from school, because we had intelligence it was likely to happen. Can we start to work on that intelligence as Nigeria, strong and united against every form of insecurity trying to divide us? Can we stop this old narrative and selling into one foreign helper that is coming from anywhere. There's nobody interested in our unity. In fact, the progress we have is threatening some countries.
We have no interest.
If Nigeria makes it, a lot of African countries will break through, and that they don't want to see. Can we have?
Last week, I said the exact same thing Nima said, and then Nima went viral with a lot of things. And I said it before her, the exact same thing. But because she said it and she's wearing a hijab, Nigerians faced her.
We need to call ourselves
we're judging.
We the people.
Yes.
In this case.
We're judging ourselves and dividing ourselves.
And Nigeria happening to us is not a bad thing. Yeah. Can we make it a positive thing that it was meant to be originally? Before somebody will say America is happening to Americans. People are not safe in that country as well. Yeah. And they are not saying America happened to them. I lost a family member in an American hospital. And we did not say America happened to her. Somebody who survived the medical care here, we did not say that. Can we face this country and make it work?
Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. We're about to round up. I don't know if we have some messages.
I have something to just add.
Yeah, we have just a very short time, please.
It was painful to know that they got intelligence that this was going to happen. And it happened. What I would have expected, I'm not a security official or a security expert, but what I would have expected when they got that intelligence, the first thing should have been to send the children home if they don't have a place to relocate them to. That's the first thing. Everybody go home to your parents. We're closing down the school right now. Just leave education for now.
Or surround the school with military.
No, they did. But they left. Immediately they left, those people came.
Because
so they should, the first thing should everybody just go home, disperse the children.
If we had together,
it's difficult to go to their homes and fish them out. So that's the first thing I expected. So I think we need to do more when it comes to our experts sitting down and discussing how they want to handle these issues. Please,
Thank you, ladies. I would like to add as well. For me, it's really important that I add my voice to this conversation. And from what everyone is saying, all of you actually spoke my mind. But let me take out a few things that I think we should go away with. Immediate one is let us not let this become something that incites us to fight each other. That's another different war we don't want to have. Let us make this about the insecurity, the banditry, the insurgency, all the names, the murders, the attacks. That is what this is about, and that's what we should concentrate on. And that leads me to the second point, which is let us not politicize this. So I'm calling on all political parties in our country. Don't make this a political campaign talking about the differences. When it comes to conversations on insecurity, let us have one voice. Let us say, when it comes to this matter, all parties, all religions, all ethnicities, our fight is against the insurgents, the bandits, not to use this as political, banter for for one party or the other. Let's make this about fighting the enemy. And if there's a political party that has some sort of intelligence, some sort of advice to help the current administration, let us make it about that. There are some things that should just not be part of politics. And I want to say that for the military, everyone has talked about America, how they're able to rescue their people in the midst of war or whatever from their country. Let our military get to that point, for heaven's sakes. Yes, it's good to ask for weapons and ask for, but let's talk about training. What is stopping us from becoming a modern, sophisticated military? Why would our military go out to war or go out to fight insurgents and then they say they had superior weapons and then they decimated our military? That should not be happening anymore. And finally, if America wants to be in any way involved, if it has to be involved, help us with your intelligence and help us with your rescue missions of our kidnapped children. And that's all I would like to add to this. I was hoping to get one or two messages. Do we have one or two at least, so that they know that they are part of this conversation?
So President said MC Mr. Nice says, Mariam, go home is the best. Sometimes 2 weeks ago, there was noise about an attack in a school in my place in Kogi State during the day. The students were immediately dispersed from school. Even shops closed. BeeCee says, like I said, the more you look, the less you see. But let's keep talking.
Let me say President Chosa. He says, I don't expect Nima to like America. If Saudi was the one offering the help, it would be palatable to Nima. You're so dumb. Reason is because you didn't listen. Just sorry. I had said it. I said no country. And I said those who think don't religionize this issue. I had said it. No country Saudi is also benefiting from some war in some country. UAE is benefiting from some war in some country, and we're saying that, and you people are not hearing. Timely says, see the way Americans are crying about Trump administration. He's not doing well in his country too. We should not make our insecurity a political one.
Yeah.
It's
So
just painful.
thank you so much, ladies. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at our next topic.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.